Hello, lovelies. It's Sonia G. This is the Moon Babes Monday Night Live. I am going to pin a comment here so that you have the info on what we're talking about. Hi, lovelies. Welcome to the live. If you have any questions, just ask them throughout. We have so many things going on. I literally have the astrology calendar from Moon Babe Society to reference because we just have a lot going on. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to talk about the energy. We're going to talk about things that are coming up. And we're going to talk about how to do it all being sane. Because that's like a thing that's important, super important. So for those of you that read my post today, there is a lot that is happening with our throat chakra right now. Do you guys feel it? It's a big activation of everything that has to do with our ability to speak up, to stand in our truth, to clear through patterns and blocks that have been stuck in our subconscious, not just for our life, but also for generational, like bloodline clearings, past lives, family stuff, karmic stuff. It's a lot, okay? And is there magic in Pluto? That's a good question. Pluto is the planet of transformation. So yes, Pluto is the farthest planet in our solar system. So when you think about it, right, Earth is here, there's all the other planets, and like Pluto is on the outside. Whenever Pluto moves, it affects the entire solar system. So it's a pretty big deal. And Pluto's a little tiny guy that wasn't recognized as a planet for a really long time. So funny how that works out, right? So Pluto is like alchemy and transformation. So absolutely magical. So hi, you guys. I see you joining. So we are in between portals. We are in between realms right now. And we are doing the Ascension thing inside of our bodies. And the speaking of magic, actually, you went 2 nights ago. Amazing. So we're starting to actually have access to a lot. The 12th dimension is literally accessible now from the Earth grid. I don't know how long it's going to stay, but if for all of you that ground into the light grid on the planet, you literally can access the highest frequencies available in our system on Earth right now. So we don't really have to travel all the way out, and we have access to this information. We're all in the process of well, I wanted to say anchor in, but more like grounding in our Akashic records, our stellar records, our records from our home planets, galactic records. It's information going through us, which a lot of times this means that your system is like information overload. And so you're kind of really fatigued and going slow because we're downloading software, right? So it kind of just feels like we're because there's a lot of things going on inside. But I actually have a story to tell you. It's a pretty cool, magical story. So hi, Bobby. Hi, you guys. Hi, Joy. I see you all. So this week, those of you that follow my stories know that I just moved, and I literally decided it was a good idea, to move a couch, one of the couches that have like a foldable bed on the inside, down the stairs. And I got pinched in between the staircase, and the couch went on my ribs. Not pleasant. Now, for somebody where I'm at and you take responsibility for all the things that manifest in your life, right? So I'm like, okay, why would I manifest a rib popping out and a dislocated rib? Why would I want this in my life? What am I going to learn from this? What's good coming out of it? And at first it was like a very human, when we're in pain, and the blessing is always like we forget what pain does. But when you're in pain, and you just want it gone, and it's like, oh, and you try and do all of the movements and whatever not. And then I realized, wait a minute, I have access to things. The frequencies are so like intense on planet Earth right now of what we can access. And so I decided to heal it. And lo and behold, I did. And it was amazing that I didn't do it because it happened on a Saturday. And so there was no chiropractor, nobody that could help me, right? Which gave me just enough time to sit down and visualize it and pull in the light. I pulled in all of the crystalline light energy and visualized it totally healed, and used all of the skills and all of the tools in the Sacred Chakras Journey course. And I don't need any doctors and everything is fine. So isn't that amazing? So I was talking to my little brother who lives in Italy tonight, and I was sharing this story because he feels everything happening in his system. So this is happening like worldwide, obviously, to all of us, where we're feeling like we're downloading, we're feeling the palpitations, the heartbeats, like we're feeling all of the cleansings of the memories and the things that are coming up. And so he was saying, I was sharing this story with him, and he said, oh my gosh, I wonder if I can do that with my teeth, right? Do you think I can heal my teeth? And of course you can. I believe that we have access to what we've called magic, right, in the past, because it's not explainable, but I believe that we can do that now. And as long as we believe and we know what we're doing, then it works out, which is actually one of the principles of theta healing, for those of you that know theta healing. But anyways, this is a short story to tell you miracles are very much possible. Magic does happen. So we are talking about what's happening in between the dimensions, which is in between the portals, really. And we are in between dimensions because we're fluctuating. And so it really depends on what you are able to lift yourself up and grasp, right? So it's kind of like this whole interwave of frequencies is going on, and it just depends on where you reach. It's like, how high do you want to jump? How much do you want to lift your vibration to match that higher frequency? And so it's just kind of one of these things where it's like, sometimes you're fluctuating higher and like issues are going away. Sometimes you're fluctuating lower and you're manifesting old stuff that still needs to be released and let go of. So we have that ability to calibrate. I think that's going to go away on the portal of the 12th. I think that that's going to be another hard shift that we're putting in the work now in order to stabilize. And then on the solstice, which is 12/21, we're going to anchor in all of the new frequencies of new earth is going to be materialized on a whole other level. And I think, from my perspective, from my experience, from what I have been shown, it really is going to feel like we have, it's like a separation of earth. And it's going to be a very frequency-based kind of a split. But some people aren't going to be realizing that there are people living in a different vibration whose life is completely different, and the rules will apply in a completely different way. Of course, we're all operating under universal law, but what happens is people like you guys listening to this channel, listening to me here, we are learning how to apply universal principles in a way that actually sets us in a different frequency, right? And so we're operating out of a different dimension than your general people that are on planet Earth. This is light workers, grid keepers, star seeds, and the family of light, really, that is here with a purpose. So it's exciting, and you're feeling it inside. We're all feeling it inside. It's manifesting one way or another, and we're all trying to make sense of it, right? But you feel it inside of your cells. It's like undeniable that like inexplicable things are happening. A lot of it is happening in the dream time right now. For a lot of people, it's either like super vivid astral meditations or like super vivid dream time, like subconscious access. Things are coming through one way or another. The messages are coming through because they have to, because the time has come, and because we are here. So we are getting ready for a big new chapter. This is marked by the Mayan calendar, by the way. This is the second 7-year cycle that starts on 12/12/2019, since the 12/21 in 2012. I know it's a lot of numbers that are like that. But anyways, put in the work and you will feel the difference. So that's really what this is about. Tomorrow we have a big shift because Mars enters Scorpio tomorrow, and then Mercury finally turns direct in Scorpio. So we're going to feel a push forward because Mercury and Mars together. Mars is the planet of action, Mercury is the planet of communication, and they're both going deep in Scorpio. Scorpio is the transformational planet. So as of tomorrow, feel the push starting to go forward. On Wednesday, we're going to feel it even more forward. And then there will be a 10 days of shadow period, but we're going to start feeling the forward motion, which is super needed to kind of get out of like this slower like internal review period that we've all had, right? So take that energy, use it wisely, and with this push and with this shift that we're having, because of all the things that are coming up and the energy shift, I have reopened registration for the Sacred Chakras Journey, which is the digital course where you learn how to see the unseen realms, how to connect to your guides, your angels, and astral travel, the higher planes. Talk to your higher self, connect to your higher self, connect to the star family, connect to the star beings, which some of you call them aliens. I always laugh, they don't like that. But the star beings, the family of light, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, all of those guys, okay? And you get to meet them, you get to go to the councils, we get to travel all around, and we get to add a live module because things have changed so much since the course first started, which was 2 years ago. Our chakra pillar is totally changing. Crystalline light diamond energy is transmuting everything. We're all installing our crystalline software now. And so we're going to write a new module. We're going to do it together. We're going to record it together. So all those of you that are already in the Sacred Chakras journey, you will get this as an update, as a bonus. It's included because I always add to my courses. So congratulations. You're going to get amazing updated material. We're going to be adding a module, and we're also going to be adding an activation, which is going to be a winter solstice activation integration. So it's going to be amazing. And those of you that are joining for the first time, the Sacred Chakras Journey, I am so excited. You're going to get access right away to the welcome video to module 1, where you really get to go through and start to understand, okay, what is happening, how is this processing in my brain, and get through the information so that then you're ready for the activations. So I'm super excited. Kelsey said, woohoo, I have been in it from the beginning. Yay, I'm so excited. It's so good, friends. Amazing, right? And so those of you, every time like something happens, this is the exciting part. You get the bonuses and you get additional information and additional content. So I am excited. Let me know if it pulls you. Go to www.moonbabetribe.com. That's my website. Go to the homepage, scroll down, click on the Sacred Chakras Journey, or you can go through the menu, go to Sacred Chakras Journey, and then read. And there's a little video too that explains what happens. But this is content that's now, I feel like it's like needed for everybody. Like everybody needs to know who your angels are. Everybody needs to know who your guides are. You need to start understanding how to read your own Akasha, your own Akashic records, right? We're all looking for answers. And this is the course where you learn how to do that. You learn how to heal everything. Like exactly the process that I use to heal my rib over this weekend is the process that I teach you in the Sacred Chakras Journey course. Okay, so it's very applicable information that will help you to understand how to transcend these ascension things that are happening. Okay, also, all of you that are going to register now through December, and the day that we're going to add content is going to be the 3rd, which I thought was really funny because I always ask the angels, right? Like, okay, when is this meant to happen? And they said the 3rd of December. And I said, that's kind of a random date. It's not like 11. It's not like 7. Like, it's not one of these numbers. And and they said the 3rd of December. So I was like, okay, like I don't question over a certain extent, right? So then I write it down and I was like 12-3. And I was like 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello, reset code, right? And so we're starting, it's a new beginning. So we're starting again. That's the date that the module is going to go live. You are going to get an amazing bonus deal. All those of you that are not in the Sacred Chakras journey yet, you've been contemplating, because I know a lot of you write me during the times that it's not open for registration, you will get a bonus that's outside of the course. Okay, so look for that. I'm going to announce it tomorrow, and it's going to be 12 days of Kundalini meditations from December 1st to December 12th as we get ready for the 12/12 gateway. So those of you, this is just a bonus for those of you that are registering now. You will get that in addition, and so you will have access to 12 Kriyas. I don't know what it's that I wrote the name down, and I need to actually like put it on the I need to put it on my website, but it's going to be the 12 Kriyas of Christmas, which is really about the shift to the higher frequency consciousness that we're happening. So the preparation to be able to handle that frequency that comes in on 12/12 and opens up. And so we want to work with our energy field, with our aura, to be able to withstand that like cosmic blast that's happening. Okay. And those of you that are already registered, that are not, planning on registering or whatever, if you don't want to be a part of it, then you can purchase that separately. And that's going to be listed on my website as of tomorrow. So many things are happening, so many options on how to get support for you guys. But I want you to know the Sacred Chakras journey is like my baby. That's the course where my soul was birthed for the first time through a digital course on planet Earth. And I literally go through all of the occult, all of the unseen knowledge, all of the unseen planes of existences, all of the different star beings, all the other planets, and the star races and where they live and what they do, and introducing you to them and taking you to them and astral traveling to them. So it's pretty cool stuff. If you have questions about it, message me. You can inbox me here, and the link is also in my bio. All right. So we have an interesting week of movement forward, wrapping this conversation up. We have an interesting week of movement forward right now. So take the momentum, look and see at what you now intuitively know, where the direction is that you need to move to, and do it. Move that direction, because we're at a time where, time is of the essence. And I often say this, but it's like, decide what you're going to do with your time. Because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results, right? So if you're ready to make a change, then do different things. And there's a lot of things. If you follow me, there's a lot of things happening this week. I'm adding updates to the crash course. So for those of you that are in it, or if any of you want to purchase it now, it's available. You get the 10/10 bloodline clearing activation. You get the 11/11 activation soul star connection. It's amazing. It's a huge integration for the diamond chakra pillar. And you get all my clearings. I'm adding videos. I'm adding integration frequencies videos. So it's amazing. It's super magical for support. And those of you also that are here in Salt Lake City know that this week we have my mentor, Gary Acevedo's course, which is called Success in Relationships. Like, this is a packed, like, let's do all the things where you learn how to communicate and relate not only with others, but to yourself, because your relationship to self, your relationship to others is basically what rules your entire world, right? So you learn how to do, how to have specific skills in order to get through to yourself, to get to the things that you want, and also get through to others. And so this is very self-development kind of thing. So it's a busy week. It's an amazing week. Also, the Sacred Chakras Journey course is launching this week. So let me know if you have questions. And there are payment plans open. There's a video. There's all the information on it. It breaks it down for each module. There are 4 modules that are recorded, and the 5th one we're recording this time. So I'm super excited. I love you all. I have been having some very scary dreams. Yes. So dreams are a thing. That is, you have to process through the subconscious messages. Sometimes dreams, this is another thing that I certified in with Gary, my mentor. Sometimes dreams look scary, But when you learn how to process them, which is dream work, Gestalt dream work is what I've learned, you actually find out that like the horror part is actually really only a function of protection or messages that your subconscious does not want you to ignore. And so your subconscious pushes them to you in such a way that is so terrifying that you will not dismiss them as though they're a dream, right? And so they stay with you. So be with it and look for the messages that your dream. This is your subconscious talking to you. So what message would there be in that, right? If your subconscious was to act out to send you a message, what would that message be? And then you can kind of look at that. So Joy, will there be another success in relationships in the future? I wanted to make it into this one, but wasn't in alignment this time. Yes, he does do relationship course once every year. So there will be others. And I also really do want to see if we can get some of the content on digital format and see if Gary and I can create a digital course together on that, because it's really, really good self-development information. So stay tuned. I will always tell you about all the things that are coming up. So I am excited for this week ahead. We're moving forward. We're doing amazing things, you guys. Message me if you have questions. Always, always, always use your intuition. Don't disregard it this week. So many things are coming up. So many messages are coming up. So just pay attention. I love you all, and I will see you here on Instagram or on Facebook, on the groups. Again, I'm Sonia G. This is the Moon Babes Monday Night Live, and you can find all the courses, all the things we talked about at www.moonbabetribe.com. Love you. Mwah. Have a beautiful week.